Hello, Mithril here once again, revving up the old V6 engine. Is that actually a thing? I mean, I know a V8 is, but we don't have 8 Vs now, do we? So, checking the map, our only real lead is the green sector up there. That's pretty much it. However, it was pointed out to me that I don't have the question mark showing me where the teleporters are anymore. That's really weird, because I did save the game after talking to Violet. It's good to be back. I've got so much work to catch up on. I'm glad Professor Vitellary is okay. He had lots of questions for me about this dimension. He's already gotten to work with his research. That didn't change anything. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, Doctor. Where do I begin? Remember that you can press Enter to check where you are on the map. Look for areas where the rest of the crew might be. If you get lost, you can get back to the ship from any teleporter. And don't worry, we'll find everyone. Everything will be okay. Still nothing. I hoped our talking about teleporters there would make a difference, but nope. Are you doing okay, Captain? I'm worried about Victoria, Doctor. Oh, well, don't worry, they'll show up. Here, have a lollipop. Well, delicious, but I doubt that helped anything. Anything if I mess with these? Nothing. In the long run, it probably doesn't really matter. I mean, we're gonna be going everywhere anyway, so we'll find all the teleporters. It's just really weird since I did save the game. So anyway, let's head for the green sector. It is going to take a bit of looping around, of course. I mean, that's how this game is. And we have spikes. And a shiny trinket. 8 out of 20. And now we have to get back out of here. Thankfully, fairly simple as far as spike drops go. And speaking of spikes... well, there's another teleporter. Research notes. With just a small modification to the usual parameters, we were able to stabilize an infinite tunnel. Okay, so now we know about a red sector. That's good. Keep moving. And now we have this, which teleports us to a completely different area. We're just teleporting all over the place. There we go. This place might seem confusing, but overall, it's pretty linear. You only really have one option as far as where to go. And that is to the next teleporter. Until finally, we end up here. Now this area can be a little bit confusing. A lot of rooms that look pretty similar. Whatever you do, be sure and check them all out. One, for map completion, but also because there is something else to find here. And there it is. 9 out of 20. There's a lot of different floors to this thing. Okay, that's where we actually need to go eventually. I just want to make sure that I've toured everything else. Okay, one more room to check out. And there. That's this whole area mapped out. So, into the green sector with us. And another teleporter. This is how it is. Screen borders, they kind of play differently now. Basically, if there is a way that the edges of the screen line up, you just go back and forth like that. So you have to find the exit that doesn't have a matching exit on the other side of the screen. Yeah, they get pretty trippy. Just get in line here. Whee! Maze with no entrance. As we go up, we go down. It can be a little bit tricky to line yourself up right here. Time to get serious. But I don't want to obey. Trying to remember what the best way is to go about this one. Because I need to go down here. There we go. Wheeler's Wormhole. This area is just really trippy. I enjoy this. It does take some getting used to. There we go. The nice thing is, I think these fall at the same rate you do, so you don't have to worry about catching up with one. The other day I was chased down a hallway by a giant cube with the word "avoid" on it. These security measures go too far. Well, they're doing their job. And hey, I mean, if it says "avoid" right on it, you can't pretend that you didn't know what was coming. Mind the gap. Edge games. This one is another fairly infamous shiny trinket. The only way into my private lab anymore is by teleporter. I've made sure that it's difficult for unauthorized personnel to gain access. So, in practice, I did this very wrong. I thought that I had to make use of some sort of invincibility frames as the enemies were going like off-screen, like having to play around the edge, but that's not quite right. Getting the timing here is a bit of a thing, though. And not doing that. And not getting yourself cornered. You have to do this a few times, so it's easy to still get lost doing it. Almost. Bad timing. And getting impatient. Exactly what you don't want to do. And there we go. 10 out of 20. We have half the shiny trinkets. Getting out's a lot easier, though. And now up we go. To the Batcave. This will make you flip. Well, won't the whole game, really? I love you. Well, that's nice. That's why I have to kill you. That's not so nice. Panicked. It's not easy being green. Captain, I've been so worried. Chief Verdigris, you're okay. I've been trying to get out, but I keep going around in circles. I've come from the ship. I'm here to teleport you back to it. Is everyone else alright? Is Violet? She's fine. She's back on the ship. Oh, great. Let's get going then. So, now Verdigris is following you. Green dudes can't flip. Indeed, he cannot follow you flipping on ceilings and walls and all that. Murdering Twin Maker? I'm not sure I noticed that name before. That's very strange. You have rescued a crew member. 2 remain. However... Huh? This isn't the ship. Captain, what's going on? I don't know. Where are we? Uh-oh. This isn't good. Something must have gone wrong with the teleporter. Okay, no need to panic. Let's look for another teleporter. When you're standing on the floor, Verdigris will try to walk to you. Notably, we're not on the map anymore. So yes, when you're on the ceiling, he'll stand still. Let's go this way. After you, Captain. Yeah, when you're not standing on the floor, Verdigris will stop and wait for you. And you can't continue to the next room until he's safely across. Don't get ahead of yourself. So this is all about spacing and timing. He'll tend to stop just a little bit behind where you are, and that was almost timed really badly. So Violet's back on the ship. She's really okay? She's fine. She helped me find my way back. Okay, whew, I was worried about her. Captain, I have a secret. I really like Violet. Is that so? Please promise you won't tell her. One kind of cool thing is that the conversations you get, it purely depends on which of the crew members you have at this point. You can, after all, save them in a different order, so you'd be having a different conversation if, say, you saved Victoria at this point. Okay, you went ahead and hit that for me. Thanks. Hey again. Hey. Are you doing okay? I think so. I really hope we can find a way back to the ship. Okay, now things start getting a bit tricky. Not too bad just yet. Here, you need to get as much distance as you can. Not that much. That was a bit of a mistake. Yeah, you need... Oops. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. You kind of have to worry about his momentum, too. Slowly, very slowly. There we go. So about Violet. Yeah? Do you have any advice? Oh. You should be yourself. Oh. Thanks, Captain. Okay. that goes down a bit too far. Getting him timed onto the platforms is kind of tricky. Thankfully, it doesn't go up far enough to mash him into the spikes. So you have time to think about what you're doing here. Question your life choices. And now, our turn. So, do you think you'll be able to fix the ship? Depends on how bad it is. I think so, though. It's not very hard, really. The basic dimensional warping engine design is pretty simple, and if we can get that working, we shouldn't have any trouble getting home. Oh, good. Oh, that's nice to know. So again, spacing is the issue here. Not quite enough. But that's the basic idea. And not that. It's very easy to panic during this and misjudge spacing. There we go. And then there's this room. They just want to make it as tricky as possible to actually get Verdigris to go down the holes. Class dismissed. Finally, a teleporter. I was getting worried we wouldn't find one. Let's head back to the ship. And this time, we're out for real. So, how bad was that section? 50 deaths, so not as many as last time. Mostly just trying to get spacing for Verdigris to get him through the escape sequence, and a few deaths during edge games, so not terribly bad. And, well, we have a key point of interest for next time, the red sector. So, that'll be next time. With that, thank you very much for watching, I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well. Why don't I have the question marks anymore? Why do you hide your secrets from me?